physical connection and logical connection? Right? Physical connection is not reusable. When you open the physical connection, you have to close that connection. What about logical connection? Even if we don't close that, automatically pool manager will close our logical connection. How to get the physical connection and how to get the logical connection? How to get physical connection and how to get the logical connection? Physical connection, driver manager dot get connection will give you physical connection. What about logical connection? What about logical connection? The connection that we are getting from the connection pool, that is called logical connection. Which connection pool mechanism we use? Hikari. So Hikari is available in the Java, or Hikari is a third-party connection pool. Hikari is a third-party connection pool. How to use third-party classes in our project? By using build path. We are setting the build path for the Hikari jar file and we are using that in our project. So manually we are setting the build path, but in the real time people will set the build path manually, or we will use tools. Tools. What are the tools? Maven and Gradle. Maven is applicable only for Java. Gradle is a universal build tool. Gradle can be used with other technologies also. Maven can be used only with Java, right? So Maven, Gradle tools are available to automate build process. This Saturday we will understand what is a build tool, how to work with that build tool. Good, fine. Next one. We conducted an exam, right? Have you seen that key? I have uploaded. You did not check that. Huh? Right. In the portal, I have uploaded that key. So you can see here the answers. Which method is used to execute select queries? Which method is used to execute select queries, guys? Execute query method is used to execute the select queries. What is the return type of execute query? Result set object it is going to return. Which method is used to execute non-select queries? Execute update. So when you want to execute a select query, you will go for execute query method. So execute query method will return result set object. When you want to execute a non-select query, then you will go for execute update method. Execute update method will return integer. What is that integer represents? What is that integer represents? Number of rows affected. That integer represents number of rows affected. Now here identify the class below. com.mysql.jdbc.driver, java.sql.driver. So here java.sql driver is an interface which is available in the JDBC API. So driver is a interface. This driver MySQL driver is a class. Okay. com.mysql.jdbc.driver, it is a class. This is a interface. Are you guys getting my point? Who provided that interface? Sun Microsystem provided that interface in the JDBC API. Sun Microsystem provided interface in the JDBC API. For Sun Microsystem interfaces, Oracle provided the implementation. MySQL also provided the implementation. So MySQL driver is a driver class. Java.sql driver is a interface. Getting? Tick you are correct or wrong. Right? Now identify the interface below. What is the interface from here? Java.sql.driver. Java.sql.driver is an interface available in the JDBC. com.mysql.jdbc.driver, that is a class. Okay, fine. What is the correct sequence to create the database connection? What is the correct sequence? What is the correct sequence to create a database connection? Here, first we need to import the JDBC packages, load the driver, open a connection, then come on, next one. Create the statement object, then execute the query. So I think this is the right answer. B is the right answer. So first we need to import that package, then we need to load the driver, then we need to open the connection, create a statement, execute the statement, and then process the result set, then close the result set, then close the connection. B is the right answer. Okay, guys. So what is the order we need to follow to communicate with the database? Ticking. Now, next one. What are the major components of the JDBC? A is the answer. Driver manager, driver, connection, statement, result set. All the components are covered here. A is the right answer. Driver manager, driver, connection, statement, result set. All things are available here. So sixth answer, A. A is the right answer for the sixth question. Which of the following method is static and synchronized? Which method? Driver manager dot get connection. So that is a static method available in the driver manager class. Prepare call, execute update, execute query. These three methods are instance methods. How can you differentiate static method and instance method? How to differentiate static method and instance method? Static method will be called by using class name. Instance methods will be called by using object. So now how we are calling prepare call con object connection dot prepare call. It is a static method. How we are calling execute update statement object dot execute update. Statement object dot execute query. So the first three methods are instance method. How we are calling get connection driver manager dot get connection. So that is class name dot method name. So that is a static method. Which of the following is not a valid statement in the JDBC? Query statement. Statement available, prepare statement available, callable statement available. But we don't have a query statement. So the answer is C for that. What does set auto commit will do? Whenever auto commit is there, explicitly we need to commit the transaction. Explicitly we have to commit the transaction when we go for auto commit to false. So when we set auto commit to false, is it going to commit the transaction or we need to commit the transaction? We need to commit the transaction. That is explicit commit is required when you set auto commit to false value. Okay, next one. What is the correct order to close the database resources? First, which one we need to close? Result set, then statement, then connection. I opened connection. From connection, I opened statement. From statement, I open result set. Gate 1, gate 2, gate 3. When we are closing, gate 3, gate 2, gate 1. First, we need to close result set. Then we need to close statement. Then finally, we need to close connection. Okay. What is this 11th question, 12th question I have not given? I will give you that questions. Okay. Now, 11th question, 12th question I have not given in that yesterday's list that I missed it. I will give that. So what is the blob in the following statement? What is the blob? Blob is a data type. How we have into data type, double data type, string data type. Similarly, blob is a data type. Blob stands for binary large object. When we need to go for blob, when you want to store binary data means images, PDF, audio, video. If you want to store such a kind of binary files in the database table, then we need to go for blob. Okay. Which data type is used to store files in the database? Glob. Blob stands for binary large object. Glob stands for character large object. If I want to store my file data, I have a text file. My text file data I want to store in the table. Then you will go for glob data type. If I want to store an image, then I will go for blob data type. So you need to know the difference between blob and glob. When to go for blob? Binary data like images, audios and videos. When we need to go for glob, character data. I have a file. In that file, 100 lines of data is available. 100 lines of data I want to store in the single column. Then I will go for glob data type. Which of the following interface provides commit and rollback methods? Which one will provide you commit and rollback methods? Connection, con.commit, con.rollback, not the statement. Statement will not provide you transaction methods. Transaction is always associated with the connection object. Con.commit, con.rollback. What is the answer? C. For 15th question, C is the right answer. Transaction methods are available in the connection interface. Now, how many statement objects can be created by using connection? Once I have a connection, I can create 100 statements also. It is not like 1, 2, 3, multiple. By using single connection, I can create multiple statements. Suppose see here, I am going to get a connection from connection factory. I have connection factory dot get connection. Connection factory dot get DB connection. It is going to give me connection object. It is going to give me connection object. Con dot create statement. I created one statement object, STMT1. Similarly, can I do con dot create statement STMT2? Statement 1 and statement 2. Like this, how many statements we can create? How many statements we can create? We can create multiple statement objects by using single connection. So D is the right answer. JDBC architecture. So I have given you JDBC architecture initially, right? So one Java application can connect with multiple databases by using drivers. By using drivers. Like this, you need to represent that. Okay, Java application should communicate with the JD. Did I explain this diagram or not? Yes. So now I have multiple databases. So if Java program wants to connect with the databases, Java application needs a driver. Can I use one driver for all the databases? No. Every database having its own driver. Who provided those drivers? Sun Microsystem provided. Who provided? Who provided the driver for us? Driver provided by database vendor. Driver provided by database vendor. Right. So this diagram you need to draw. This is JDBC architecture. Java application will communicate with the JDBC API. JDBC API will communicate with the database driver. Driver will communicate with actual database. Right. Now, write the steps to connect to the database, loading the driver, getting the connection, creating the statement, process, prepare and execute a query, process the result, close the database connection. These are standard 6 steps we are going to follow. Load the driver, get the connection, create the statement, prepare and execute the query, process the result, close the connection. These are standard steps. So get connection method available in which class? Get connection method available in the which class? It is available in the driver manager class. It is available in driver manager class. Some important classes: JDBC driver, driver manager, types class, date class, Oracle driver. Connection is a interface, driver is a interface, statement is a interface, prepare statement is a interface, callable statement is a interface, result set is a interface. Driver interface, connection interface, statement interface, prepare statement, callable statement, result set. These all are interfaces. What about classes? Driver manager, types class, date class, those are all the classes. In the initial days of our JDBC, I think we have noted down those. Here I have given interfaces: driver, connection, statement, prepare statement, callable statement, result set, row set. These all are the interfaces. Classes: driver manager, types, date. These are the classes. Exception: what is the exception it will give? SQL exception. Are you able to write down those? 7 interfaces, 2 classes and 1 exception is available. What is the default port number of MySQL server? What is the port number of MySQL server? 3306 is the port number for the MySQL. What is the port number for Oracle? For the Oracle, the port number is 1521. MySQL database port number 3306. Oracle port number is 1521. Okay. So which URL is used to connect with Java application with MySQL database? We are already using JDBC : MySQL : localhost : port number / database name. So that is the URL we will use from Java to connect with MySQL database. How to connect with Oracle database? If you have Oracle database, JDBC : Oracle : thin : localhost : 1521/exe. This is the URL for MySQL and this is the URL for Oracle. If you don't know, note down that. MySQL database URL and Oracle database URL. 1521. That is internally it will use that, but actual database port number 1521. It will run its server on the 8080. Right. Database port is 1521. Anybody who don't know Oracle URL, use that. JDBC : Oracle : thin : @localhost : 1521/exe. What is the difference between MySQL driver and SQL driver? MySQL driver is a class, whereas SQL driver is an interface. So java.sql.driver, that is a interface. com.mysql.jdbc.driver, that is a class. Okay. Now execute query method returns which object? What is the return type of execute query? Execute query method will return result set. So this is theoretical question. What is the purpose of statement, prepared statement and callable statement? Statement is a general purpose to execute the queries which are static. Prepared statement, precompiled statements, we can execute same query multiple times with different values. Prepared statement will support for positional parameter. What is the purpose of positional parameters? What is the purpose of positional parameter? We can supply dynamic values to the query. What is the callable statement? What is the purpose of callable statement? It is used to execute stored procedures available in the database. Why we need to go for stored procedures? Why we need to go for stored procedures? Come on. To improve performance of the application. How to move the cursor to the last row? RS dot next, RS dot last. RS dot next means it will move only one position. I want to go for last row directly. So I need to call RS dot last method. Okay. SQL queries. Many people are not able to write here. Write a SQL query to find the number of records in a table. Count to star from table name. If you write select star from table, you will get all the records. I don't want to get all the records. I want to get a count of the records. So count is a predefined function in the database. Select count star from student. What is the meaning of count star from student? It will give all the records available in table. I mean number of records available in the table. Go to workbench. Do you know latest update? Google removed 12,000 employees from the jobs. Yesterday. Nay. Select star from books. So when I execute select star from books, then what will happen? It is giving me all the records. Now what I want to do is count star from books. Select count star from books. So when I execute this, what it is telling, count 10. That means there are 10 records available in the table. If you want to retrieve all the records, then you will go for select star from table. I want to get only count of the records. So I'm going for count function, count of star. It is giving me all the records from the table. Now write a query to find minimum and maximum salary from employee table. Min salary comma max salary from the employee. Min function, max functions are available. Now we have book price, right? Select max, book price, comma, min book price. Okay, from books. Select max price, comma, what is this max and what is this min? Predefined functions in the SQL. Okay, let's execute this query. Now minimum book price is 1000 in our bookstore. The highest book price is 13,000. The lowest book price is 1000. Max book price, comma, min book price. This query will give you max value and min value. So you need to use predefined functions available in the SQL. Okay, next one. Write a query to find the total salary of employees from the employee table. What is the function available? Sum function. Now I want to identify what is the total price of the books available in our bookstore. Select sum of book price from books. Now when I execute, 48,000 is the total price of the books. Total price of the books. There are 10 books available. Every book is having some price. I want the total price of the book. I want total salary of the employee. Some function we need to use. Count function, min function, max function, average function also available. What is the average price of the book in our bookstore? Average function will be available. 4,808 is the average price of a book in our bookstore. Similarly, you can find average salary of the employee by using average function. Count, min, max, average, sum. 5 functions we have used here. These are predefined in every database. In the Oracle database also, functions will be available. In MySQL database also, functions are available. Okay, good. Now, today you see many people attending online. Yesterday it was 50. Why? Backup videos will not be available. That is the reason. Next week, this classroom also will fill, because for offline people, Zoom link will be removed. Everybody should come to the class. We are segregating online students, offline students. For offline students, in the portal, if you click join class, home, 404. That's it. It is not going to open the Zoom. Write a query to find average salary of the employees from employee table. So to find the average salary, what is the function? Average function is available. Okay. Now write a query to combine two strings. So in order to combine two strings, there is a method called concat method is available. So in the Java also, we have concat append methods. Similarly, in the SQL also, we are having concat method. It is used to combine multiple values into single value. Fine. Next one. Write a query to display only IT from Ashok IT Technologies. So what is the method? Substring method. What is the method? Substring method. In the string class, we have substring method. What is the purpose of substring method in the string class? From start index to given index, I want to get the specific characters. Now here from 7th position, I want to get the next 2 characters. Okay guys, select substr, substring, substr, Ashok IT Technologies. Now from the 7, 2, from the 7, I want the last two. From the 7, I want to get the next 2 characters. So I will get only IT from the complete string. Okay, guys, fine. So write a query to display the name and number of characters of the name from the table. Name comma length of name. Let us see here. Select book comma select book name comma length of book name. What it will give me? Am I writing my own logic? I'm using predefined function. Now tell me, if you know core Java, is it difficult to learn the Oracle SQL? Most of the methods are same. In the Java, we will call them as methods. In the SQL, they are called as functions. Ready-made functions are available. Okay, let's execute this. Now see Angular, how many characters are available? 7 characters are available. AWS, how many characters available? 3 characters. AI, 2 characters. DS, 2 characters. React, 5 characters. DevOps, 6 characters. So how easy it is? Select book name, comma, length of book name. So here what they asked, select yes name, comma, length of yes name from student. Name will be available, length of the name also will be displayed for us. That was the query. Now it is easy. Now everybody feeling that, oh, this much easy. But yesterday, it was rocket science. Not able to understand. Write a query to see the date. How to see the date? Select sysdate from QL. Now, if I execute, select sysdate from QL. Select sysdate from QL. Now, select sysdate. Unknown column sysdate. Select date. In the Oracle, it is sysdate. Here, select the MySQL, what it is. Yeah. Am I able to get the date now? Yes, sysdate is a function in the MySQL, but in the Oracle directly you can write select the sysdate from dual. Sir, what is this dual? Dual is a temporary table. Dual is a temporary table. When you don't have any table to execute the query, you can use a dual as a temporary table. Good. Select sysdate from dual. It is going to give you the current date of our database. In the Oracle, directly sysdate will work. In the MySQL, sysdate we need to call as a function. Right. Write a query to see the name and experience in months of the employee in a company. Select a name, date of joining, round months between sysdate comma date of joining. So there is a function months between. So employee joining date and sysdate we are giving months in between. Function will calculate the months between joining date and today's date. Okay, guys. So there is a predefined function called months between function. It will calculate number of months difference available between 2 dates. First date I am giving as a employee joining date, and we are giving sysdate. Joining date sysdate. It will calculate the gap. That gap we are converting into months. How to convert that gap into months? There is a function months between function is available. Good. Now, name all the constraints in the database. What is a constraint? Constraint is nothing but a rule, or we can say it is a validation, not null constraint. My column should not contain a null value. Unique column should contain unique data, primary key, foreign key, check, default, like that. There are several constraints available. When we are creating a table in the database, we are going to give those constraints. Okay, fine. Write a query to insert data into table dynamically using and symbol. Insert into EMP values and EID and name and salary. So if you write that query, it is going to accept the values dynamically. When we are writing that in the Java, we will write with the positional parameter. Why we are using positional parameters? Why we are using positional parameters? to set the value to the query dynamically. To set the value to the query dynamically, we will use positional parameter. Now, write a query to display second highest salary from the employee table. Select max salary from employee, where salary in, select salary from employee minus select max salary from employee. In two ways we can write that query. This concept is subqueries. We are going to do this by using subquery. Select max of salary as a salary from EMP, where salary not in max salary. So first this subquery will be executed. First this subquery will be executed. What this subquery will do? It will get the maximum salary. What I am doing? Not. So select max salary from employee, where salary not in the max salary. First maximum salary will be calculated. Apart from that, what is the max salary? That is going to be our second highest salary. So subquery concept we are using to get the second highest salary from the employee table. Okay. Write a query to display name, number, manager, location using joins. Employee table is available, department table is available. To display that data, we are using left join. So we are using a joining concept to join two tables. We have seen employee table, address table. Employee table will contain employee data. Address table will be available in the address data. Okay, so if I want to get the address of the employee, I need to join the tables and I need to retrieve the data. Same join concept we need to use here. Write Java program to insert a row. We already know that how to insert a record into database table, either by using statement or by using prepared statement. We can do that. Java program to get the data from database and display on the console. We know this one. To retrieve the data, we are using execute query. So it will give result set object. We will move the cursor by using rs.next method. We will print the data on the console. Program to insert a row using prepared statement. We know that prepared statement means query will have positional parameters. Before executing the query, we need to set the value for positional parameters. Okay. Write a Java program to get the database table. Yeah, this also we know. It is just a prepare statement to insert 5 rows into table. So to insert 5 rows into table, how we will do that? Are you going to execute all the 5 queries independently? No. Why we should not execute 5 queries independently? Why we should not execute 5 queries independently? 5 times our Java program will communicate with the database. If a Java program communicate with the database for 5 times, what is the problem? What is the problem? Performance is the problem. So instead of executing 5 queries independently, what we need to do? We need to use a batch. How to execute a batch? Whatever the 5 queries are there, we are going to add them to the batch and we are going to call a method called execute batch. So all the 5 queries will be executed at a time. Right. Next one. To retrieve all the records from callable statement. So to retrieve all the records from callable statement, we need to create a procedure. We need to create a procedure in the database. Once a procedure is created, how to execute the procedure? Callable statement, con.prepare call of that procedure name. We are going to get the callable statement and we will execute that by using callable statement. Program to call the procedure using in parameter and out parameter. So procedure will take in parameter and out parameter. So when the procedure is having in parameter, out parameter, we need to set the value for input parameter and we need to register output parameter. We need to register output parameter. Java program to insert the image into database. Did you guys inserted that image? Working or not working? Not working? No? Nothing. Here we need to create a table in the database with the data type as a blob. Okay. Let me create one table into database. Create table persons. Create table persons. Person ID integer. Person image. I'm going to take it as a blob. Okay. So now person ID I am taking, person image I am taking. So person ID is a int value, person image is a blob. Why we are using blob? Because it is a binary data. Yes, I created a table. Now describe that table called person. To see the table structure we are using describe. Yes, now when I go for describe, PID, P image. PID is a int value, P image is a blob value. Now I want to write a program to insert that data into person image. Okay. Do I need to create the connection or I need to get the connection from connection factory? Just get the connection from the connection factory. I have a connection. Let me prepare my query. String SQL is equal to insert into person values. Okay. Positional parameter. Two values. Person ID and person image. Okay. SQL query is available. Now I need to go for statement or prepared statement. Statement or prepared statement? Prepared statement. Why prepared statement? Because it is having positional parameters. So tell me how to create prepared statement. How to create prepared statement? Con dot prepare statement. Con dot prepare statement. I'm passing SQL query as a input. What is the return type? PST empty. So can I directly execute the prepare statement or I need to set the value? Set the value. How to set the value? PST empty dot set int of 1 comma 101 ID. I'm setting some random ID. Okay. PST empty dot set. What I need to set? Can I set a string now? Why no? What I need to set? Set a blob. What it is expecting? Blob object or input stream object it is expecting. What is the meaning of input stream? What is the meaning of input stream? So now second parameter represents image. Image is a text value. Image is a file. Image is a text value or image is a file. Image is a file. So now how to pass that file? Parameter index is 2. I need to pass my input stream object. So I need to load the file. I need to load the file. Let me take some file from here. Course images. Let me take some course images. Okay. Yeah, I have taken one image. Now I want to insert this image into database table. Advanced Java image. Here, let me create images folder. Java.png. Image is available. This is the location where our image is available. File F is equal to new file of images / java.png. In this location, my image is available. In this location, my image is available. Now, in order to read that image, we are going to use file input stream. FIS is equal to new file input stream of file object. New input stream of file object. Now, can I pass FIS here? That's it. So I'm first locating where my file is available. File F is equal to new file. This is the location of the file. Now file input stream FIS is equal to new file input stream. Connection factory dot get database connection. So from the connection factory, we are getting that connection to connect with the database. I'm creating my prepared statement. My prepared statement is having query with 2 positional parameters. First parameter represents a person ID. Second parameter represents person image. ID I am setting as a 101. Image is a binary data. I'm setting that as a blob type. Okay. So what is the next step? PSTMT dot execute update. What is the return type? Count. How many records are affected? system.out.println rows inserted count is available. Now pstmt.close, then con.close. pstmt.close and con.close is available. Before going to execute this program, select star from person. Select star from person. Do we have any data? No. Our table is brand new. There is no record available in the table. Now I am going to execute this program. Right click, run as Java application. File not found. What does it mean? It is not able to look. File extension is JPG, not PNG. Okay. Yeah. Check in the database. No record inserted because it failed here only. It is not able to locate the file from my system. Run as Java application. Failed. MySQL data truncation. Data too long for the column at the image. So my image size is huge when compared with that blob. Okay. Drop table person PID image blob. That is logger related. Still data is too long. Change the image. 38 KB. Image size is huge. Now it is inserted. That size was not sufficient at that time. So now if you see, select star from person. Now can you see PID 101 is inserted, P image blob is inserted. So a person image inserted into database table. So the only thing is, first we need to locate where our file is available, the path of the file. That file we need to give as an input for file input stream. When we are setting the data for the file, we need to use a blob and input stream object. So this is set to blob method will take the file data from the input stream and will insert into database table. So this is the program which is used to insert a image into database table. Here also same thing, file input stream. You can also set it as a binary stream also. Either you can set it as a blob or you can set that as a binary stream as well. So that is the program which is used to insert an image into database table. Similarly, I want to retrieve that image from the database and I want to display. For example, in my images, is there any image available now? Is there any image available now? Image not available. But in my database, image is available. In my database, image is available. Now, I want to get the image from the database. I want to store into a file. Image insertion is done. Now I want to retrieve the image. Do you want to note down this program? I will give in the notes. you give the file path. Okay, which image you want to insert, you give that file path. Insert image into database. So that program is going to insert the image into database. So what is the table? How we are creating a table? Create table person ID, which is int comma person image we are taking as a blob. Okay, so this is the table. Into that table we can insert a image. So to set the image value we are using set blob. Now image is inserted into the database. How can we retrieve that? Can I retrieve and can I print on the console? Can we print image on the console? Can I print image on the console? Then how to do that? So whenever I retrieve the data from this table, see here, I'm going to retrieve the data from this table. So how to retrieve the data from the table? Can I go for statement? Con dot create statement. What it is giving me? Statement object. Statement dot execute query. What is the query? Select star from person. Select star from person. Okay. Now, what is the return type of execute query method? What is the return type? The return type of this method is result set object, that is rs. Okay, so while rs dot next, now system dot out dot println rs dot get int of 1, system dot out dot println rs dot get what? Blob. What is the second column data type? First column data type is integer. What is the second column data type? Second column data type is a blob because it is a image. Now run this program, run as a Java application. See the console. What happened? Blob. It is printing the blob object. It is printing the blob object. Inside that our image content is available. How to get that image content? Can I print on the console? Image we cannot print on the console. What we need to do? What we need to do? Image we retrieve, that image we need to store into another file. Image we need to store into another file. So how to store that image into another file? We cannot print image as it is on the console because it is a binary data. So now here, whenever we retrieve this image, right, what we need to do is rs dot get blob of 2. Right, rs dot or get binary stream, rs dot get binary stream of 2. Either you can get the blob object or you can get the binary stream. So what we got now? We got the stream object. So with this stream, what we need to do? File output stream. File output stream is equal to new file output stream of file object. Okay. So that is image.jpg, image.jpg, output stream dot write, output stream dot write, stream dot get, stream dot stream binary, stream dot read, byte array it is expecting. Blob dot get bytes, input stream get bytes, position comma length. One minute, sir. rs dot get binary stream, we got the input stream object. Then that stream object we want to create a file by using output stream. In the output stream, we need to write method. Write method is expecting a byte array. Stream dot get stream dot read of that byte array. What is the method? Stream dot read. What I have given here. Get bytes. Directly, do we have method called bytes? Okay. Byte array. Yeah. Directly we can get that output as a byte array. Then file output stream FOS is equal to new file output stream of which file you want. You can keep that file. I want to keep it as image.sum png output stream dot write of that stream. Then FOS dot close. So here if rs dot next, there is only one record is available. So I'm going for result set object. I'm executing that result set. When I get that, cursor will be available before first row. If the record is available, I'm getting the first column of the record, that is a ID. Then second column value I'm getting as a byte array by using result set dot get bytes. Whatever the byte array I got, I'm creating a new file with a name called some image.png. File output stream dot write whatever the byte array we got from the database, that byte array I'm writing to another file. Then I am closing my output stream. Okay, so save this file. So in this folder currently we don't have any data. Okay, now I need to create this file in this location. See users advanced Java images directory. In the images directory, I want to create a file with a name called image.png. Now check it. So in this directory currently, any file is available or no file is available? File is not available. So what our program should do now? Come on. It has to read the data from the table. Second column is a binary data. That binary data, it has to write to another file because it is an image. We cannot print on the console. Run this. Run as Java application. ID is 101. Can you see image.png created? Yes, we can open that image.png. Not this one. Yeah, this is our result set notes file I have uploaded. So whatever the image I have uploaded to database, am I able to read the image as it is? Am I able to store into another file? So whenever we are reading files from the database, so we need to read that file data as a byte array and we need to write that file to another file. To read the file data, we will use file input stream. To write the data, we will use file output stream. Earlier, we used to store the data in the database. File we stored in the database. How we stored the file in the database? I'm using file input stream. What that file input stream will do? File input stream will read the file data. It is used to read the file data. So what is the purpose of file output stream now? It is used to write the file to the another file. File is available in the database. I'm reading the file from the database. I'm writing that file to another file in my directory. Good. So this is the program which is used to read the file from the database. Yeah, this path is too long. You can give some path there. Okay, your location. In which location you want to create that, you can give that location. Here also same thing. Which location you want to, from which location you want to load the file, that file path we can give. Yeah, note down. Storing file into database table. Take this query. Storing image into database. Insert image into database. I have given this assignment, right? Yeah, note down that. Insert image into database table. You are uploading your profile picture in the WhatsApp. You are sharing images in the chat. All these things will be handled like this. Insert image into database. In order to insert the image into database, first we need to create a table with the blob data type. First we need to create a table with the blob data type. Note down. Java program to insert image into database table. दोनों. स्प्रिंग बूट में बताता हूँ. When you are inserting a image, file input stream we need to use. When we are reading the image, file output stream we need to use. Input stream is used to read the data. Output stream is used to write the data. Maintenance will be difficult in the PHP. But PHP is used for single applications, static applications. हाँ. Completed? Yeah, next one. Note, file input stream is used to read the file. File input stream is used to read the file. File input stream is used to read the data from the file. It is a predefined class in java.io package. It is a predefined class available in java.io package. Predefined class available in java.io package. File input stream is a predefined class which file input stream is used to read the data from the file. It is a predefined class available in java.io package. Next one. Reading image from database. Read image from database. Read image from database. Read the image from database. Read image from database. Next note, when we are reading image from database, when we are reading image from database, we can't print that image on the console. When we are reading image from the database, we can't print that image on the console. When we are reading image from database, we can't print that image on the console. We need to store the image to a file. We need to store that image to a file. When we are reading image from the database, we can't print that image on the console. We need to store that image into a file. We need to store that image into a file using file output stream. We need to store that into a file using file output stream. When we are reading image from the database, we cannot print that image on the console. We need to store that image into a file using file output stream. Yeah, take this program. Reading image from the database. Connection statement, execute that query. Completed? Right. Good. Guys, now in the JDBC, there is another topic is available, which is row set. Row set is also an interface, na? Row set builder, row set provide, row set factory dot, no, not row set factory, row set provider dot new factory dot create JDBC row set. Okay, so we have row set. So let us see what is this JDBC row set. JDBC row set. How we have a result set, right? Similarly, we have a row set, a wrapper around result set object that make it possible to use the result set as a Java bean. Object can be one of the beans to use it connected to a database, JDBC row set. So we have result set object, right? Now, similar to the result set, we are having another interface called row set. Another interface called row set. So row set, JDBC row set I'm using by using this JDBC row set dot set URL, row set dot set URL, our database URL, row set dot set username, database username, row set dot set password, and row set dot set command, our SQL query. Then we need to go for row set dot execute our query. Now, when we go for result set, by default, result set is not scrollable. By default, result set is not scrollable. So that result set can move only in the forward direction. If you want a scrollable result set, we need to specify result set, sensitive result set or insensitive result set. Instead of that, we can use a concept called row set. Row set is also a interface that will give you more flexibility when you want to retrieve the data. Now, we need to configure our database URL, username, password. Let me show you this. Row set. Database URL, database username, and database password. We don't use these things, guys, just for sake of syllabus. Set command. I'm giving select star from books. Okay. So here I created a row set object by using row set provider dot new factory dot create JDBC row set. I created JDBC row set object. For that row set object, I'm setting my database URL. I'm setting my username, setting my password, set command, select star from books. Then I'm executing my row set. Okay. So when I call this execute row set method, it is not returning anything. Simply you can go here while row set dot has next, while row set dot next, then you can get the data from the row set. System dot out dot println row set dot get int of 1. Similarly, row set dot get a string of 2. Get a string of 2. Then get int of 3. Okay, fine. Then finally, I'm going to use row set dot close. So what I'm doing here, instead of going for statement, prepare statement, I'm using row set. By using row set also, we can execute a query in the Java. What is the benefit of going for row set? Row set is by default scrollable. You can scroll the row, you can scroll the cursor in the forward direction as well as in the backward direction. Row set is more flexible than result set. Row set is more flexible than result set. Now, so here I'm setting my database URL, I'm setting my username, I'm setting my password, and here set command. Which query you want to execute? That query we are setting to the row set by using set command method. Once we set the command, there is a method called row set.execute. So when I execute the row set, it is going to retrieve the data. So cursor I am using row set.next method. Then I am printing that data on the console. Run as Java application. Can you see that we are able to get the data? Let me use print method, println method. /t. What is the meaning of /t? Tab space. Tab space will be available. Run as Java application. Yes. Now, are we able to retrieve all the data from the table? So now, am I using statement or am I using row set? We are using row set. Row set, by using row set also, we can execute the queries in the database. Row set is by default scrollable. You can move the cursor either in the forward direction as well as in the backward direction. Row set is more flexible than result set. It is extending the properties from the result set only. If you go for row set interface, java.sql row set interface is available. So this row set is extending from whom? Result set. Result set is one interface. So it is going to hold the records. From the result set, this row set is introduced. So this row set is also used to execute the queries. This interface adds support for JDBC API, which can be used as a Java bean, provides properties to allow the users to move the cursor forward direction as well as in the backward direction. Let's note down this program. JDBC row set interface. Row set. Row set. One minute. Yeah. Yes. Row set. Row set is an interface available in java.sql package. Row set is a predefined interface. Row set is a predefined interface available in java.sql package. Row set is a predefined interface available in java.sql package. Row set is a predefined interface available in java.sql package. It is a sub-interface of result set. It is a sub-interface of result set. It is a sub-interface of result set. By using row set also, by using row set, we can execute SQL queries. By using row set, we can execute SQL queries. Row set interface having below implementation. Row set is a interface. For that interface, we have some row set is a interface. Okay. Yeah, note down this program. Row set. Completed? Guys, we don't use in the real time, just for any interview. If they ask you, do you know what is row set? Yes, by using row set also we can execute SQL queries. Row set is the sub interface of the result set interface. That's it. We will in the Spring Boot, it will come by default. You can use server connection pool or normal connection pool also, anything. Spring Boot में main method ही होता, servlets में main method नहीं होता, but in Spring Boot it will be only main method. Whether it is a web application also, main method will be available. Spring Boot will start from main method only. Got it? Row set. By using row set also, we can execute the query and we can get the result. Similarly, you can perform insert, update, delete operations also with the row set. Not only select operation, we can perform insert, update and delete operations also with the row set. But always we need to set the database properties, right? Row set dot commit, row set dot get concurrency connection. It will always open a connection. Na? Yes. It will set up the connection on its own. We no need to set the connection for this. Am I calling any get connection method? No. Just we are giving the database properties. It will create a connection with the database and it will interact with the connection. So always it is going to communicate with the database by using a physical connections. Right. Completed? Yeah. So with this, we used a row set also to execute a query. Row set example. Yeah. Next one, types of drivers in the JDBC. JDBC, types of JDBC drivers. Types of JDBC drivers. Types of JDBC drivers. In JDBC we have 4 types of drivers. They are type 1 driver, type 2 driver, and type 3 driver, type 3 driver, and type 4 driver. Types of JDBC drivers. In JDBC, we have 4 types of drivers. This may be an interview question. How many types of JDBC drivers available? Type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 drivers available. Type 1, type 2, type 3 we don't use. So which driver we are going to use, guys? What driver we are using? Type 4 driver. From JDBC 4.0, type 4 driver we are going to use. Type 1, type 2, type 3 are outdated drivers. Nobody will use those drivers. So currently we are using which driver? Type 4 driver we are going to use. Note. Type 1, type 2, type 3 drivers are outdated. We are using only type 4 driver. Type 1, type 2, type 3. Type 1, type 2, type 3 drivers are outdated. We are using type 4 driver. Type 1, type 2, type 3 drivers are outdated. We are using type 4 driver. How many types of drivers available in JDBC? In JDBC, we have 4 types of drivers: type 1, type 2, type 3, and type 4. So which driver we are using? Type 4 driver we are using. That Oracle driver or MySQL driver. The driver that we are using is a type 4 driver. So when we are using type 4 driver, do we need to load the driver or will be loaded automatically? How it will be loaded automatically? How it will load automatically? Come on. As we are adding jar file to the build path, that driver will be loaded automatically because of that static block. So if you go for MySQL driver, we have seen the code available in the .class file. How we have seen the code available in the dot class file? Java decompiler. So what is the purpose of Java decompiler? We can see we can convert bytecode into source code. So Oracle driver jar file we have downloaded. Oracle driver jar file we have downloaded. So what will be there in the jar file? What will be there in the jar file? Jar file contains several dot class files. So can we see the code available in the dot class file also? Normally we cannot see, but by using decompiler, we can see that code. Okay. So when we open that a driver class, we identified that there is a static block. In that static block, they are using register driver. So we no need to load the driver manually. That will be registered automatically when we load that jar file into JVM. As we are adding that jar file to the build path, all the dot class files will be loaded, so that the driver also will be loaded. Driver will be registered. Directly we can get the connection. We no need to load the driver manually. So that feature is available from JDBC 4.0. 4.0 version of the JDBC. That is what currently we are using. Good. Fine. Any questions, anyone? How many marks you got? 5 marks. Huh? How many questions you answered correctly? 45. कौन है भाई? Huh? Queries. SQL queries. Anybody who got 40? Anybody who got 40? 40 or 40 above? 40 or 40 above? No. 35 above? 35 above? Online में कोई intelligent? 43. Equal 51. No, yesterday I think I have given 53 questions. Huh. Huh? No, yesterday I have given the question number 50 to 53. Yesterday I gave 3 questions extra, I think so. Yeah, marks. Anybody above 30? Above 30? 1, 2, 3 people. You people, no one from ladies. Above 30. Okay, fine guys. 38, 35. Online people better, right? ChatGPT यूज किया. Okay, fine. So please go through all the questions. Whatever you are not able to answer, I have uploaded the document. Can you check it? Is it accessible? Before coming to class, I have uploaded that. So listening to the class is different, writing the exam is different. Accessible? Yeah. All of you, please read it, guys. Read the questions and answers. Come on. Read fast. If you read these 50 questions, if you answer these 50 questions, total JDBC is covered. करेक्ट जी में SMTP ब्लॉक कर देते हैं हाँ SMTP सर्वर खरीद लेते हो when you purchase a domain you will get that SMTP server हाँ correct don't send multiple mails it will block leave it you tested one time it is working right you leave it don't send too many mails come on fast read it क्लियर है तो थोड़ा सिंटैक्स डिफरेंट हो जाता completed domain. साइट वेरिफिकेशन करते हैं कौन सा कंट्री से हम यूज कर रहे हैं बोल के. Yeah, notes also uploaded, final notes. Okay. Any questions, anybody? No questions? Fine. So we'll meet in the tomorrow session, guys. Okay? Thank you.